Welcome to last week's news today and another week of Ash's development. We have a lot to show off this week, including the developer livestream that was held on the 31st of January, showcasing a PvP encounter during a caravan trade run. We also got a preview of Bard being worked on, so hold on for that as well. Literally everything is a work in progress, so please keep that in mind. From the art, performance, character models, VFX, and UI are still in development as they continue towards A2 and beyond. The showcase begins from the attacker's point of view, so we don't see the caravan being constructed and leaving the node. If you want a quick reminder of that, you can check out our recap of the first caravan livestream, which provides greater detail about commodities. However, please note that there have been some slight changes since then. Some Phoenix Initiative members had the opportunity to assist with the demonstration. Many of y'all will see a lot of familiar faces throughout the video, like Chibi, Vertec, me, and many others who frequent the Discord. And no, I'm not allowed to speak on any of the testing, sorry y'all. Now when you get near a caravan, you'll be able to see in the top right corner that one is nearby. While the party information isn't shown in this stream, it has been mentioned before that players will have the option to choose between being an attacker or a defender, or just plain ignoring through an event pop-up. As previously mentioned, the stream begins from the attacker's point of view, clearly indicated by icons above the players' heads, a blue sword icon. Additionally, we hear from Steven and see in his global chat that the defenders are referred to as merchants, while the attackers are called bandits. The attack is initiated by strategically firing upon the defenders, using the most amazing rangers and camouflage. From a high vantage point, Mick Stackerson was the original target to be brought down, but it looks like Steven suggests swapping to Nestharis, a mage who doesn't have a tank defense buff, as an easier target. We can see that the defenders have a red shield icon indicating their role in the event. Later in the stream, Steven talked about how they are going for player HP obscurity as a feature designed to conceal the health points of other players, so you don't know what you are coming up against. It also acts as a way to maintain some anonymity for the players unknown to you. Mob's HP is still shown as you would expect from other MMOs. The caravan is destroyed, giving us our first preview of the animation of caravan destruction. Destroyed caravans only drop a portion of the loot they were carrying, while the remainder is lost to the wild. We can see that the cargo is dropped with two types of cargo crates. Those with the green logo are commodities, while those with the black logo contain player materials. As we learned in the last caravan stream, when commodity crates are looted, they become stolen commodities. Intrepid mentioned here that instead of receiving the actual commodity, you obtain special certificates that can be sold at black market vendors for a lesser value of the original price. Looting material looks different, showing the resources inside. Steven was able to pick these up as he had space in his mining bag. But what would you do if you didn't have space? What if you wanted to collect all the dropped cargo? What if you want to maximize profit by preserving the value of the crates? Well, you can summon your caravan from a nearby node. This works the same as summoning your caravan outside the node. The time it takes to summon depends on the distance from the node, and the caravan also must be empty. After summoning, you are able to quickly collect the nearby cargo in a radius of the caravan, and as long as there is room in the caravan's storage. Intrepid also discussed progression pathways with the Highwayman faction, which will assist you with acquiring better equipment. This includes faster ways to open crates, increased yield from crates, or improved caravan components, or etc. Caravans also have a really cool feature. They can be reconstructed into rafts for river travel. The dock that is built can be attacked as part of the risk-reward system, as it takes time to build, but the benefit of river travel might be worth taking the risk. Also, I'd like to see a bunch of players make a few empty caravan rafts to create a blockade, so that when their target comes through, they can be blocked in and destroyed. They did mention later on in the stream that caravan rafts were the only vehicles that could go on rivers, so you won't be able to summon ships to aid in defense, as ships can only be summoned at harbors and sailed at sea. Important to keep that in mind. The devs also explain that there is a river current system, which increases your speed if you go with the current or decreases if you go against it. The current strength is also determined by your location on the river, and they did mention rapids, which would mean that if you're in the middle of the river, you probably will go faster than if you were right along the edge. Converting back to a land caravan works the same as converting to a raft. Players won't be able to set up a dock just anywhere. It must be done at a beach. Next, arriving at Marilith, you can see the caravan arrival point and a countdown for when the supplies are offloaded at the caravansary. Once the countdown completes, the caravan will despawn and be stored into the caravansary along with all of the cargo, which you can check at the caravan master. Here you can unload your material crates to see what is inside, and it looks like the unopened crates gave far more rubies than the 30 they had picked up from the crate from the destroyed caravan. By unpacking, these contents are then transferred to the node's material storage, which remains locked for a period of time which could take several in-game days, depending on the node's progression pathway in the marketplace. If you visit the commodity vendor, you can directly sell your cargo even if it's still in your caravan storage. Since these are unopened crates, you can sell the full cargo as usual. When it comes to stolen commodities, we can see that the vendor does not want these, so Steven goes to a black market vendor named Ophelia Blackwater, great name, which is an expansion that Merilith has chosen to build within its marketplace, and is able to sell his stolen commodities for about 20 silver, which would be less than if they had left them in the crates alongside the rest of the Everburn scented candles. Now, checking the previous caravan stream, Steven had sold those candles for 25 silver and 56 copper. Although since the routes were different, we don't know exactly the difference between them and the stolen commodity certificates. Just something to keep in mind. If you would like to watch the full live stream or the full Alpha 2 Caravan PvP video, we will post direct links in the description below. So what do y'all think about the caravan system so far? Should the attackers have more risk involved, or is it fine as it is? Is there more to it than just focusing on the attackers and defenders so that the risk versus reward is fine as it is? Let us know in the comments below, and definitely on the feedback request thread, which is available now, and we've provided the link below. They have other questions asked like, are there similar systems you've seen in other games that you like or dislike? And what excites you about playing and interacting with other players and the caravan system? The team will be compiling a report for the design developers on February 16th, so try and submit your feedback before then. Maggie also mentioned merchandise, confirming that they are working on it, but also wanted to gauge your interest in concept art like this one here of Tumok being a puzzle. What do y'all think? Would you enjoy concept art puzzles? Let us know what else you'd like in the comments below. We also got a small update of some VFX concept art, like a Shaman Cyclops summoning some spirits, which looks very badass. Also another look at the Cleric Bend VFX, which I think is looking pretty good thus far, and a super cute Peering Loris 3D model that was from a July 2023 pre-order pack. So cute. Also, a reminder that if your questions wasn't answered during the live stream by Steven, remember to check out the thread posted by Vagnar. He replies to them all, so it's worth checking them out. We have a link in our description. The wallpaper art for February is now available. If you want a copy for yourself, we have provided a link for that too. Next, we also got some reminders that pre-order packs have been discontinued. They don't have any plans to reintroduce them at this point. Intrepid has announced a Valentine's Day Alpha 2 giveaway. All you need to do is head on over to the forums and submit entries for the Candy Heart messages for a chance to win. Submissions end on February 8th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and the winners will be spotlighted on Valentine's Day. We have the link below. Good luck, everyone. And finally, we've got Fan Art Friday, where the Catslock drew an awesome looking ranger. Well done. And to close out this week, we want to show off this fun bard prototype from Steven, as the class is still being prepared for Alpha 2. Also, it is a joke. See y'all next week.